Good day. I'm Colin with Serenity Impact, and I want to take the time to share some self-care tips. First, what is self-care? Self-care is a slang term for showing yourself some extra love where you usually might forget or put off. What can self-care look like? Well, I'm glad you asked. It's a very broad spectrum to answer because it can be anything you enjoy, all while helping your mind or body. Examples can be drinking water, washing your face, reading, taking a walk, or even talking with your friends or family. Very simple. Every day, I take the time to focus on myself, so when I am faced with problems or even just tasks to take care of, I know that all of my attention is put towards that topic. I want to focus on two things today. Only two. Why two, you may ask? Well, overcomplicating things can happen quite easily, so let's keep it simple. First off, let's talk about water. High quality H2O. I know, you may be thinking, how many times do I hear this from my parents, my grandparents, teachers, or some social media posts I run across? Right? That is because these are just reminders. We are not reinventing the wheel. We do not want to overcomplicate. We just want to take what works and bring it into our everyday lives. Disclaimer, opinions differ on the amount of water we are supposed to drink daily, but the most common recommendation is to drink about 8 ounce glasses, which can equal to 2 liters or half a gallon. Water can help with so many actions our body systems take part in. The positive aspects of drinking an adequate amount of water can help with acne, produce lymph, which is an important component of the immune system, and even maintain a healthy heart rate and blood pressure. Our body consists of 60% water, which means all systems in our body work better in a water-rich environment. So here's to our first self-care tip. Drink water. On to our next tip, which is planning and being intentional with how we want our days to go. Now, you may be thinking, Colin, 0 to 60? Simple to complicated? If you're thinking that, stop. All right, we don't want to overcomplicate these tips. So I know we don't have any control over society or our friends or anyone else we come in contact with, that for that matter. But what we all have, is control over ourselves. Right? How you interact with the environment is completely up to you. How can planning and being intentional be influential to us? Well, let me tell you. Something that is very important to my routine is to take time to myself before I interact with the rest of the world. Right? Let's break that down. So what that can look like for me is before I check any social media, turn on the TV, or even make some coffee, right? The go-go juice. I sit and reflect about the day before. Starting with the actions or interactions I had, good or bad, I ask myself, how can I prevent the mistakes that were made, or celebrate how well I handled a situation, right? Once that is done, I sit and ask myself, how do you want today to go? Which sometimes I answer lazily, right? I'm just kind of lazy. I'm still waking up, so that's totally fine as long as you don't stop there, right? I then ask myself, what do you want to accomplish today? Who do you want to see, right? Have a conversation with yourself. Understand what you like and dislike, what you want to work on. You can do this anytime, not just in the morning. I have just found that works best for me. Water reminder. Cheers. You do not have to take these tips and do them exactly as I do. Ask your own questions. Form these tips to what works best for you. Now, ending on a little philosophy brings us to our quote of the day. There was a philosopher named George Santayana who gave us a quote I try to follow every day. Those who cannot remember the past are doomed to repeat it.